Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
Hello, my name is Sarah and I'm from Samsara Games, and today I am here playing Serena. This is a free indie game that I got off Steam. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that it looks really nice and it has some beautiful music. So let's get into it. Oh, that's a creepy
Serena?
photo.
Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love.
Alright, so this is a narrative.
Serena enjoyed spice in her life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points.
Would you pass me the pepper? You know, you should use it too. It's good for the pressure.
I can't help these random associations. It's always been that way. I look at a pepper shaker and think of a Beatles song. It's just a pepper shaker, really.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
She always worried about my diet. I used to think she did it to annoy me, but now, yep, guilty as charged. I love salt. It emphasizes the taste a lot, and those crispy snacks. It's not the healthier type, just regular table salt. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind.
It's not a great cabin. I guess it's alright.
Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore.
So this guy has amnesia, maybe? He remembers some stuff.
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, you can move. Oh. Washington Town. Michael
So much wisdom
Arthur?
and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
Vanilla?
I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Horton, folklore, encyclopedia, all kind of stuff.
A lot of rarities and special editions here.
The Art of Drowning, great. What about these ones?
We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking.
Yeah, that's beat up
Truth
old
be
thing.
told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine.
Can I look out the window?
This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right?
Well, if I could
I
look
guess
at it.
it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly. There's probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena.
That's depressing. What about this painting? A creepy person in a forest. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay, can I not look at that? Okay. I don't know if this is a horror game or not, but I'll go to that window. What about this creepy painting? I don't know.
No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here.
Okay. How about this pot? No. This? Come love with peace in your heart, said Niam of the ice blue eyes. Ride with me, shed your mortal guise. Here is our mount, a snow white mare. Come, Oisin, to my gardens fair. In the land of youth, ply your art. Ours shall be the cycle of days. Ours sun and sky and rainbow ways.
Come, love,
Oh.
with peace in your heart, said
Oh.
Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior
Okay.
poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog,
O'Sheen.
a Celtic otherworld known as the land of youth and promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
Is that a clue for something? I don't know if this is puzzles or if it's... Oh. Pretty.
Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within,
Probably need a key.
or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers,
Yeah, it must be locked.
but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside.
Look at this ugly rug.
She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
Okay.
See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor.
Okay. Oh. Go to the window. Can I open this window?
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural
That's a loud
calm
clock.
surrounding the area.
Why are you so
The
loud?
clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to every cabin needs one. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here. As long as we were together and happy.
I don't know, I'm not a fan of clocks. Can I open this? Oh, I can. What's this? Oh, delightful.
She was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these. Actually, I think she was into them too. Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months. Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion.
A mirror. Oh,
There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb.
there's more than a strand of blonde hair in that comb.
Yes. Blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering.
Oh, I wonder if that changed the photo.
What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? Hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors. So, this came in handy.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it.
Wow.
And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back, and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you.
Aww,
In eternity yours, Serena.
that's so cute. So is this a love story?
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, when she told me the soothing sound of her name.
Wow. Love at first name? Oh, watch. Can I have that watch? No? Can I have this money?
So glad to meet you. My name is Serena.
Okay. Hi, Serena. Boring clothes? Okay. Oh, I can open these.
They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. I'm generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Oh, keys.
These keys are for the cabin and the car.
What do you mean? What about the third one?
If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare?
I don't know.
We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one. We also have a key for the outhouse.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, where's the key for that chest then? What's this?
Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already.
Aww.
It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice?
I don't know. I'm gonna go over here. Ooh, that's a creaky floor. The beam's really scratched up. Hey, this game
Quite
is
a
really
large
pretty.
armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect.
Was she?
I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me.
Okay. You don't care about these clothes, though? These are probably his. She... Oh, I can't open the bottom drawer. Is it really just clothes? Maybe there's something over here. Oh, flower.
She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some, boring to others. She is fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard.
Wow.
But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess. Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it.
So, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. But I want to look at the photo again.
I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, the dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin.
There we go.
You could tell from its appearance that it had been this... We don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as... The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then.
Okay. So, what now? Can I open this?
Is there anything worse than beautiful memories turning to dust?
What about this creepy picture? No, it's still creepy. Can I go outside now?
Why? I might just as well stay here. I should really stay. I'm so tired anyway.
So should I go to bed?
As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent still lingers.
Should I check the clock?
How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much.
Oh.
What's the matter with me? I can't seem to remember even ordinary things. When was the last time we made love?
I don't know.
Maybe if I go to sleep, I will wake up, and there she'll be, arms wrapped around me, the warm and passionate touch of her lips. I can't sleep. It feels as if I've been awake for ages.
Why?
There are
Go
no
to sleep.
monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now.
What do I need to do then?
We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. Everything around here is so familiar.
Okay. That was kind of creepy.
Everybody thinks that living out in the middle of a dark, dense forest is so romantic. Nothing but you and nature.
Uh-oh.
Serena and I thought so too, once. That is, until the loneliness kicked in. Why did we choose this place? We were both so young and spontaneous. Why did we suddenly decide we should let our love wither away in a still life? The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing.
It got kind of dark.
Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house?
When did the color fade from these lampshades? That's why we liked them in the first place. There's enough light already. That ticking, it never stops.
It's a clock.
I've wasted so much time in my life. Did I ever take a break to show her how much I truly cared? The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather
Yeah,
autonomous.
okay,
No matter. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There are no monsters under the bed.
Okay, alright. So,
How could I possibly forget the color of her hair like that? Even for a moment. She was my girl with the sun in her hair. What's happened to me? I liked to watch her comb her hair before she came to bed.
oh,
But
there's that clock
was
again.
so long ago. At some point, I just...
No, turn around, I wanna look at the clock. Where'd it go? Why does it keep ringing? Does it mean something?
She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. I never noticed it before, but there's a tiny crack in it.
Where's the crack?
Well, it's a hairline fracture. I still remember when this thing smelled of fresh paint. How did I miss everything getting dinkier, more worn? We should have renewed our life somehow, but money was always so tight. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. After all these years, it
Okay. So, there's a mirror right there.